And then here's a playlist if anyone is interested. And we will go ahead and start. All right. Okay. Today, let's begin in tabletop pose. Find some gentle movement to start to get an awareness of where your body is. Bring your palms under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Find a few rounds of cat and cow. Notice your spine as it extends in both directions. Tucking your chin as you find cat pose, lift the center of your back. For cow pose, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, gaze up, pull your shoulders back. And continue to move at your pace. Bringing some movement, bringing some warmth into your spine and the spaces surrounding it. Now flatten your back and start to sway each shoulder forward and then back. Imagine reaching your shoulder forward as far as it can go. Feel that stretch through your right side. Pull it back. Opposite shoulder goes forward. Stretching out the top of your rib cage or the part of your rib cage that extends on your back. Reach your shoulder forward. And then come back to a neutral spine. Sweep your right arm up and then swing it under your body. Reach it around the other side of your body, about a foot away from it. Sweep it back up, opening your right side, and sweep again. So just reaching under your left side, and then opening back up. We're starting with some movement to open up center body. Move your spine and find tabletop pose. Left arm comes up and sweep it under. Using your core to reach your fingertips further. Bring it back up. Start to notice your breath as you inhale, sweep your arm high. As you exhale, bring it under and through. Final time, reach high, find a tabletop pose. Walk your hands forward, lean your hips forward, find upward facing dog. You can take this with your knees lifted or your knees on the ground. Lift your chest. Start to think of your spine, your rib cage like an accordion. Just lifting it up, lifting your shoulders up. Tuck your chin, create space in the back of your neck. And then send your hips back, find child's pose. We'll flow a few times. Inhale, lean forward, find upward facing dog. Exhales, push it back. Following your breath. Start to notice which parts of your body stretch feels best in. Notice where you can bring your attention throughout practice within your body, where it's most needed. And as you're ready, shift your hips back, find child's pose. We'll settle here. If you want more of a hip stretch, bring your knees to the wide edges of your mat, toes together to touch. If you want more of a back stretch, bring your knees together, hips come back. Find your resting posture. Your forehead can be on your mat or on stacked palms. Deepen your breath. Every long inhale, notice your breath, fill your lungs, Find expansion through your ribs. And as you exhale, release anything you might be holding on to. Let each breath be cleansing, drawing it in. Giving life to your muscles, and then as you exhale, send out anything that's not serving you. One more long breath. On your next inhale, shift forward, tabletop pose. This time, sway your hips. Notice any shifts or changes within your body. Come back to a neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your hips, find downward facing dog. Pedal it out, reach each heel towards the ground. Sway your hips, taking an inventory of how your body's feeling. Know that each posture, each cue is just a guide, but take whatever feels best for your body. Gaze forward, step your feet behind your wrists, find ragdoll pose, grab opposite elbows, sway your upper body. If you want a chest expansion, bring your hands behind your lower back, push your palms together, and continue to reach your head towards the ground. Inhales, find a little lift. Exhales, release. Let gravity take hold. You can have a deep bend to your knees. This will help loosen your back. Then release your arms to the ground. Toe wheel your feet together, tuck your chin, and rise up to standing. As you reach the top, sweep your arms overhead. Grab onto your left wrist and dip over to the right. Push your hips left. Create space from your left foot all the way up and over to your left shoulder, through your left arm. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, dip to the left. Grab your right wrist. Take a breath here as you inhale, reach, stretch up and over. Exhale, dip. Inhale, come to center. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Rest your thumb on your chest. Let each breath be long. Setting up for your intention. Notice what it is you'd like to focus on for this practice. Maybe it's something that correlates with your day later. Let it be your focus. Draw your breath in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, sigh it out. One more breath in. Release. Open your eyes, release your hands by your sides. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms overhead, palms face one another. And release into a gentle back bend. Lift your chest, cactus your arms. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. We'll flow here. Inhale, halfway lift. Find a flat back. Draw your shoulder blades back. And release. Plant your palms. Step your feet back. Find a high plank. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Cobra pose. Lift your chest as you inhale. Exhale, lower. One more time. Lift your chest. Exhale. Find tabletop pose. And then come into a plank pose. Push it back, downward facing dog. Breath in. And breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump your feet to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, dip to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, dip left. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale, plant your palm and step it back. This time, option to go all the way down into cobra. If you'd like to take a chaturanga, bend your elbows halfway, keeping your shoulders above your elbow creases. Inhale, up dog, come to the tops of your feet. Gaze forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet up. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Mountain pose, rise up. And twist here, sweep your right arm back. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Come to center. Find chair pose, drop your seat, sweep your arms back. Gaze in front of your mat about a couple inches. Drop your seat. Pull in your low belly. And tuck your chin. Find length in your spine. Inhale, mountain pose, arms overhead. Exhale, gentle back bend. Mountain pose, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your feet back. Hold your high plank here. Drop your ankles to the left. Option to come down onto your bottom knee. We'll take a side plank. If you want to add some core, pull your knee in towards your elbow and then kick it out. Exhales, pull in. Inhales, lengthen. One more breath. And find a plank pose. Lift both knees, push it back, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths. Notice the different variations to come into down dog. Whether it's coming to your belly and taking cobra pose, classic chaturanga, or taking a high plank and pushing directly back. Inhale, gaze forward, step your feet to the top. Chair pose, come straight into it, drop your hips, arms overhead, setting up for drinking bird. Sweep your arms back, rock into the ball mounts of your feet, lift your heels. Pull your pinkies towards one another. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Helping reverse all that time we spend in front of our computers. Keep drawing your shoulder blades in, lift your heels higher. Mountain pose, drop your heels, rise all the way up, gentle back bend. Inhale, mountain pose, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your right foot back. Find a low lunge. Now drop your knee to the ground, untuck your toes, reach overhead. Option to stay here. Option to lift your back knee, crescent lunge. Kick through your back heel. And then lean forward, arms sweep back. Find one straight line from the top of your head, through your center, back through your right heel. Keep holding. Sink lower in your hips. Lift your back knee. Crescent lunge, arms overhead. We'll all meet in crescent. Open up into warrior two, drop your back heel, hold and breathe. As you set it up, sway your upper body forward and back. Keep both legs planted firmly into the ground. Find that place where your shoulders are gentle above your hips. Squeeze your glutes to open your left knee. Active and strong. Inhale, reverse warrior. Sweep your left arm up. Take a moment to stretch your left side. You might place your right palm onto your left hip or your left quad. Lift up and out of your hips. And release. Plant your palms to either side of your left foot. Step your left foot back, find a high plank, and flow through in your variation. We'll find downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Step or jump your feet to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose, drop your seat, arms overhead. Prayer twist, bring your hands to your heart and twist to the right. Bring the center of your chest towards your thumbs and drop your seat. Continue to open your right shoulder. Hold it back. Keep breathing. Option to stay here. If you want to test out side crow, bring your top elbow to connect with your upper leg. Separate your palm shoulder with distance, plant them onto the ground firmly, spread your fingertips, and then bring your right leg on top of your elbows, and then start to rock your weight onto your hands. Maybe test it out. And we'll meet in prayer twist. Release forward fold, lift your hips, palms press down, bring your feet hip width distance. Sway your hips side to side. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, plant your palms, this time stepping your left foot back. Rise up, crescent lunge, option to come to your back knee. Holding steady here. You want to take crescent lunge on this side, lift your back knee, kick through your heel. Glutes are engaged. Keep breathing. One more breath. And come up to crescent lunge if you're not there already. Drop your back heel, find warrior two. Open your arms, and this time we'll flow a little forward and back. Surf it out. Finding little movements within each posture can help understand where your body is in space. It can help lubricate your spine and any other joints. And settle in to your warrior two. Keep extending through your fingertips. Squeeze your glutes. Reverse warrior. Right arm reaches up. Sink your hips. As you inhale, reach your right arm up and over. Breathe here. And then this time we'll release into star pose. Straighten your front leg, heels in, toes out, arms extend. And this time, sweep your arms over towards your right leg. Bring them in front of your body. Rise up. One more time. Sweep them in front. You might want to rotate your heels out to give a bit more stability. And this time we'll take the opposite direction. Use your core as you move. Stay strong and stable in your upper body. And then come back into star pose. Toes point out. Drop your hips, bring your hands to your heart. Take a twist, bring your hands to your upper legs, lift your chest, drop your left shoulder. Really lean into your legs. Let your hips drop back. This should feel good. To be an active stretch. Twisting, wringing out your spine. Come back to center. Opposite shoulder comes forward. Take a couple more on each side. You can follow your breath as you exhale, twist. Inhales, come center. Want to hold it a bit longer, you can. Start to even it out. And as you're ready, rise all the way up, arms overhead. Take warrior two once again to face the top of your mat. Plant your palms, step your feet back, flow through your chaturanga variation. We'll meet in down dog. And as you reach down dog, bring your knees to the ground, untuck your toes, find child's pose. Rest your forehead on your mat. Notice what's happening in your body. Notice your breath. Notice your thoughts. If your thoughts have become distracted or come outside of your body, link your attention and your awareness to your breath. Notice the rise and fall of each breath. As you're ready, shift forward, find tabletop pose. Lift your knees, find plank pose. Hold it steady here. We'll add on some core. You could stay here or come to your knees. Bring your left, if you're in high plank pose, test out bringing your left knee towards your left elbow. Step it back, right knee, right elbow. Step it back. Bring it in. Keep alternating. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Couple more each side. Keep pulling your core in. Holding strong. One more each side. And release, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump your feet to the top of your mat. Chair pose, drop your seat, arms overhead. Prayer twist to the left. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Always an option to separate your feet if this doesn't feel great in your back. And you can bring your right elbow to the inside of your right leg. Wherever you are, continue to twist. Lengthen your spine, push your hips back, reach through the crown of your head, and twist. For side crow on this side, bringing your left elbow to your hip. Palms separate shoulder width distance, press them into the ground, and then rock your body onto your elbows. The tops of your arms act like a shelf. Maybe lift one or both feet. We'll meet back in chair prayer twist. And release, forward fold. Take a yogi squat, bring your toes to the wide edges, touching the floor, heels are on your mat. Drop your seat, bring your elbows to the inside of your knees. Side. Breathe into your hips. You can stay here, you can place a block or a pillow under your seat. You can add on a twist if you'd like. Reaching your right arm out, left arm extends up. Maybe you find a half or full bind surrounding your right leg. You took a twist, find the opposite side. Release your hands forward, lift your hips, sway them side to side. And then plant your palms, step both feet back, find a high plank pose. Drop your heels over to the right, side plank. You can stay here, or you can take leg lifts, coming to your bottom knee, pull your knee to your elbow. Extend up and out as you inhale. Exhale, pull it in. Bring your right palm under your shoulder. Exhales, pull in. Inhales, extend. Extend. And find a plank pose. Lift your knees. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Inhale, sweep your right foot high. Bend your knee. Option to flip your dog. Then take your right foot to the outside of your mat. Extend your right arm. Lift your hips. Three-legged down dog. Lift your right toes. Find a low lunge. Rise up into warrior one. Drop your back heel. Lift your chest. Extend your hands behind your back. Lift your chest up. Push your knuckles towards the ground. Open your chest. We'll take an active movement here. If you'd like to take humble warrior, you can move through. Otherwise, if you'd like it a bit more active, pull your upper body down and then lift it back up, reaching your knuckles down. Open your chest, lift your chin, and come through 2 more times. Legs are strong and steady. Keep pushing your heels into the ground. One more time, open up. Release warrior two. Rotate your chest to the side, extend your arms. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg, sweep it up. And triangle pose. You can scoot your front foot in, reach to the front, and tip your upper body down. Tip your right arm to your legs. Option for a half bind. Maybe reaching your right arm up and overhead. And reverse warrior, bend your front knee, right arm lifts up. Now this time, find crescent lunge, lift your back heel, arms overhead. Start to bend your knee, bring it towards the ground. Maybe it taps down, lift it back up. Squeeze your glutes, lower, and lift. Lower. Find crescent lunge. Now gently bend your back knee. We're going to launch off to airplane pose. Push off your back foot. Balance over your right leg. Extend your arms back. Bring your chest parallel to the ground and breathe. Option to stay here or take warrior three. Bring your hands to your heart or overhead. Keep breathing. Flex your back foot, toes point down. Half moon, sweep your right arm down, left arm stacks. Left hip stacks on top of your right. You can always use blocks or water bottle under your hand. And step it back. Take a star pose. So overhead. Heels in. Then lower into goddess pose. Star pose, rise up. And lower. Rise up. Lower. 2 more. Find star. Wide-legged forward fold. Rotate your toes in, hinge from your hips, fold forward. Sway your hips. Take any variation that you'd like. Wherever you are, let gravity take hold of your upper body. Allow for a bend through your knees. You want to try frog pose. You can bend your knees and set your shins onto the mat. Toes flex out. And come to your forearms. Settle into wherever you are. Maybe it's adding a twist if you're still in wide-legged forward fold or skandasana, bending one knee. And then bending the other knee. Continue to breathe. Bring your awareness back to your intention for this practice. We'll start to come out. If you're in frog pose, bring your palms to the ground. Come to your feet. We'll all rise up together. Star pose. Warrior two to the front. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plant your palms. Flow through. And we'll meet in down dog. Inhale, reach your left toes up. Bend your knee, find some movement. Option, flip your dog. Find expansion wherever you are. Three-legged down dog. And low lunge. Rise into crescent. And warrior one. Drop your back heel. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lift your chest. Exhale, lower. You can stay here or continue to move with your breath. Move with intention in your upper body, staying stable through your heels. Warrior one, arms overhead, find crescent lunge, or actually we'll open up warrior two. Left foot forward, inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. And triangle pose. Hold and breathe, half bind or reaching one or both arms overhead. Reverse warrior, left arm up. Crescent lunge, sweep both arms overhead. Rotate your chest forward, lift your back heel, lower your knee, and lift. Feel your back leg strong and engaged. Crescent lunge. Gentle bend through your back knee, launching off into airplane pose. Press onto your front foot, extend your arms back, breathe. Rotate your right hip down. Right pinky toes face the ground or reach towards it. Option for warrior three, hands through heart center, maybe up and overhead. Half moon. Rock your right side on top of your left. We're here for just a second. Keep extending through your fingertips. And release back. Start pose, arms overhead. Hands to your heart, bend your knees. Rise up. Flushing it out. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Two more times. Pose. 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plant your palms. Step it back, high plank, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Flushing out, we're going to start coming down onto our mats. Take note of where your body is. Inhale, sweep your right foot up. Setting up for half pigeon, bring your right knee to your right wrist. Shin comes across your mat. Walk your left foot back. A great option is supine pigeon. So for standard pigeon, go ahead and lower down. If you'd like to take supine pigeon, come into your seat, rock onto your back, stack your right ankle on top of your left leg, left thigh. Wherever you are, slow your breath. And send your inhales into the spaces that are speaking extra loud. As you're ready to switch legs, come to the opposite side. If you're on your back, you can simply swap legs. If you're in traditional half pigeon, come into down dog. Pedal it out and then swap legs. As you're ready, lower your upper body. Wherever you are, start to settle in. Recognize the differences from side to side. Send your breath into this opposite side. As you're ready, even it out, plant your palms. Find downward facing dog. If you're on your back, hug both knees into your chest. If you're in down dog, take any final movements. We'll ultimately find our way to the ground. Step your feet up and through, come to a seat. If you're on your back, rock onto your side and come up into a seated pose. We'll take cow face pose. Extend your left leg forward, cross your right ankle. You can stay here, or you can tuck your left foot in. Bring both sit bones to the ground. Wherever you are, lift your chest. And then bring your left elbow up. Right hand reaches behind to connect. If this doesn't feel great in your shoulders, you can find a twist. Notice where it feels good to stretch. Bringing in little movements, rocking side to side, finding that twist. Release your hands down. We'll come to the opposite side. You can unravel your legs and come to the opposite side, or if you want to test something new, if both your legs are tucked in, start to press into your feet, rock forward, lift your hips, and then spiral behind your mat. And then keep your feet where they are. Bend your knees, come to a seat on the other side. We ultimately, it's hard to see it in the video, so ultimately we're coming to the opposite side. And you can always extend your right leg out, whatever feels best on this side. Lift your chest. You can set up for cow face by lifting your right elbow, connecting your hands behind your back. If you prefer to twist, bring your top hand to your right leg and guide your chest to the left. Let each posture cater to your body. What are your needs? What feels good? Slowly come back to center. Take your legs out. Yeah, bend your knees, lower down to your back. Pull your knees into your chest. Rock your knees over to the right, supine twist. Gaze left. Soften onto your mat. Bring your knees through center and drop them left. Gaze right. Knees come to center. Happy baby. Grab the backs of your legs with the outsides of your feet. Rock side to side. You can take any final posture that you'd like before coming into Shavasana. If you're ready to close out your practice, hug your knees into your chest. Lift your chin, lift your forehead to your knees. Breath in. Release. And final Shavasana when you're ready. Extend through your limbs and let the ground support you. Come back to your breath and just be. Start to bring movement back into your body. Extend your arms overhead. Take a deep breath in. And rock onto either side, finding fetal position. Bend your knees. Push up into a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes and we'll take one breath to flush it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, release anything that didn't serve you. Your thumbs at your heart center, acknowledging kindness in your actions. Thumbs to your lips to acknowledge kindness in your words. Your thumbs to your third eye center to acknowledge kindness in your thoughts towards yourself and to others all around you. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Marty. Have a great week.
You too. See you.